Sometimes we're lucky in this shop to get some cool saxophones. And today we are going to be looking at a really neat soprano, the P. Mauriat System 76. Check it out. Howdy everybody, my name is Andrew King. We are here at Alamo Music. Don't forget to visit us at alamomusic.com where we have this instrument and so much more available. Today we're going to be looking at the P. Mauriat System 76 Soprano Saxophone. Now these instruments are so cool. They're come in different lacquers, they have different kind of key coverings and everything. They're just really neat instruments. And you can say they're very similar to a lot of these other Taiwanese boutique saxophone companies. You have your Eastmans, you have your P. Mauriats, your Antigua winds. There's tons of them available. But what makes these in particular very special as far as the P. Mauriat goes is that they're really trying to go for more of the French side of playing. Now, there's a big difference between what we looked at with the Pro 1 soprano from Antigua winds to this one, and we'll do a comparison soon. But talking about the P. Mauriat in that, it kind of gives it a different kind of light to look at these kind of sopranos. Now, sopranos in particular are very easy to classify in this fashion. You have your Japanese-made soprano saxophones that really encourage free blow, free air going through the instrument right away. Then you have the French side of things where you have a lot of resistance and you want to grow within that resistance to play and get kind of a more complex tone. Both of these are equally valid and people have made careers based on these kind of moves with these instruments. And the P. Mauriat in particular is made in that. It uses French style brass, it uses great ergonomic keys that are easy to play. The bore is fantastic as far as giving you that kind of resistant playing that you want out of a French style soprano saxophone. This gives it a really good, this makes this instrument a very good contender for any kind of classical playing, but also it can give you a very complex, dark, nice round tone for any kind of jazz playing. If you have a nice tip opening, for example, I use like a Sios mouthpiece or with like a 6 or 7 tip opening, or any kind of like the auto-link tone edge is a great example as well. These kind of mouthpieces on this kind of instrument with maybe even a classical style reed like a blue box Van Doren or a green box D'Addario reed gives a very nice complex sound if you're able to get the air through it. Because of that resistance, you do need to be able to support the air that comes out of it. Otherwise, it's going to come out very weak, shallow, and you're not going to use the instrument to its fullest abilities. So if you're going to be going for an instrument like the System 76, I highly recommend making sure that you have a nice supported air system, that when you get the instrument, you sit down with your favorite mouthpiece and really go through long tones for a large, if you've never played an instrument like this. The other cool thing about this instrument, it is very much likely to be your first soprano saxophone. It's a professional model, so that means it has really nice action, really fast keys. You're able to get a lot out of it that you put into it. So it's a fantastic doubling instrument in that respect if you're coming off of being like a lead alto player or you're using it for any kind of saxophone ensemble playing. This makes it a very good choice for that reason. Now, the cool thing that comes with the saxophone is that the fact that you're going to get 2 necks with it. You're going to be able to get a curved neck, and you're also going to be able to get a straight neck. Now, for me, particular, I'm going to use the straight neck because that's what I've been used to. I'm used to using a straight body soprano, being able to play that way, and I'm used to kind of holding the weight, using whatever neck strap is available. If I have to use my alto one, or even no neck strap at all, it just feels better for me to be able to play the instrument with a straight neck. It's just what I'm used to. But if you do make the transition to the curved neck, it is a fantastic choice. It's very comfortable. It's easier to use a neck strap with the curved neck. So if you're coming from the alto or the tenor and you haven't really played with a straight set instrument like that, like a clarinet or anything too, this is a really good choice for you as far as an easy transition and making it into the world of the soprano saxophone. But again, the sound's not going to be any different between the two. It really is up to preference at that point, but it really gives you time to, the P. Mauriat saxophone coming with both necks is fantastic in the fact that it lets you experiment with that, and why I think it is a fantastic first soprano as far as branching out into that world. It's just a really good investment because you get to learn a lot about soprano saxophone through it. The coolest thing about it is that it just plays really well. I really recommend checking out this video where I play on it. The intonation on it, it just sets really well. I'm able to, it's hard to kind of go wrong with it. And with sopranos in particular, a lot of the time, that can be a hard thing to get with. But yeah, check it out. We'll talk about it in a second. So, what did you guys think? I thought it was so easy to lock in on that soprano. Usually with new sopranos, when they come in and I get to try them out, the hardest thing for me is the lock-in intonation, because soprano is just a really flexible instrument overall. It's really easy to kind of just bend and be all over the place. And the other thing too is that because of this kind of French, like the resistance style playing, I don't need to push my mouthpiece all the way down to the bottom of the mouth, to the neck on the cork, just to make it play in tune. With my soprano, I use an STS 411 for my doubling instrument, just because it works for me. And I have to, and I've used like Yanagasawa's and other free-blowing tenor saxophones, or soprano saxophones, and I've had to push the mouthpiece all the way down on the cork just for it to play in tune. With this one, I'm using this soprano, this Sios soprano mouthpiece. It's like a kind of a, it's a low tip jazz mouthpiece. It's like a 6. Just fantastic right out the gate. It's not even halfway down the cork, and I'm able to play in tune. So it really does what's described on the box and gives you a lot of room to experiment with other kind of tunings as far as that goes. Not that you're going to do it anyways, but you know, it helps. And because of that, I'm able to kind of use my full mouthpiece, so that really helps a lot. The ergonomics on it are fantastic. The weight of the soprano, I do like heavier horns, and because of this, the instrument just comes with a nice set weight. It doesn't get in the way when I put full air through it. I'm able to go as high as I want to. I'm able to push air as hard as I want to as well, and I'm not getting a spread sound at all. The resistance that's there really lets me kind of mold a sound that I want from the soprano that is unique to me and what my playing preference is. I'm used to using those kind of free-blowing sopranos. So it was really nice to kind of sit back and let the soprano just kind of take care of me in that respect. And then it's my job to make it as beautiful as possible from there. But yeah, what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.